What's up, UCWA Universe? It's the Chaos King, Clay Mercer, coming to you again. It's just a few days before DeathClock now. I'm really looking forward to DeathClock. In this video, I'm going to be going over a little bit of history about Clay Mercer, for those of you who don't know who I am. Also, I'll be addressing every single one of my DeathClock opponents. And then finally, I want to be the first to reveal the name for the UCWA August event. You know why? Yeah, that's right, Logan Price. I just stole your saying there for a quick second. You know why? Because the Chaos King, Clay Mercer, does whatever the hell he wants, when he wants. And he is your reigning, defending UCWA Valor Champion. I defeated our GM for this. I cashed in my rags to riches. And I walked out with her. If you didn't already know her, UCWA, say hello to Valerie. Isn't she gorgeous? She's pretty good. Let's just say Valerie isn't the only girl I'm wanting on my shoulder. See, I got a free shoulder right here. And I believe that free shoulder needs, I don't know. What do you think, Valerie? Could you use another companion? I think, what do you think we call her? Sylvia? I mean, we affectionately call the UCWA World Heavyweight Championship the Silver Bullet. Why not call her Sylvia? Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it, Valerie? Anyway, first things first. DeathClock this Sunday, July 14th. You're not going to want to miss this one on YouTube. It'll be one hell of a ride. Secondly, after DeathClock, we got a couple of events coming up. I've already told you about one. You're fully aware that your boy here has, I'm not going to say revived PCW, Prestige Championship Wrestling, but I have brought it back. To an extent, at least, for one final big bang. The flame is still alive, ladies and gentlemen, very much alive. In me, in PCW, and guys like Logan Price, and guys like Mikey Reedy, and guys like Channing Steele. And you should know that UCWA is the best backyard wrestling organization in Virginia. Hands down. Hands down, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with that being said, the other event besides Reignition in August is going to be a UCWA event. And that event's name is going to be UCWA Headstrong. Now, the matches, the date, all the fancy little details, still TBA. But I can tell you a few things that coming off Rags to Riches and DeathClock, we'll still all be very fired up for Headstrong, especially for Reignition as well. Now, with that being said, I'd like to go over with you what's on tap as of right now, since we haven't had a video from our general manager, and I'm not sure what's going on with the general manager position in UCWA with the announced retirement of the bruiser Bubba Ty, Eric Tyler Mullins, the man who I defeated for this Valor Championship. Now, with that being said, the matches as of right now, to my understanding, our first contest will be scheduled for one fall. And it will feature, I'm not sure who the hell, what persona he's going to be using, but Logan Price, basically, versus Mikey Reedy. And oh boys, I got news for you. The winner of that gets a shot at this baby right here. That's right. Match number 2 will be for the Chaos King and Queen right now. You know, Valerie here. will be for my championship. Now, I don't care if it's Logan Price. I don't care if it's Mikey Reedy. And I'll address you both here in a minute when I go over the DeathClock match and explain the rules to UCWA to our audience. But, you know, it doesn't matter because I know that with her in my corner, I don't need anybody else. You know, this has to be one of my favorite title wins of my career. Speaking of my career, if you didn't know me, I said earlier you're going to get to know me. I'll go ahead and tell you, Chaos King Clay Mercer wasn't always the king of chaos. He had to scrap and claw and fight his way to the very top of this industry in the backyard. So, with that being said, Clay Mercer started out in Coburn, Virginia, of all places. Clay Mercer may be from Clintwood, Virginia. Clay Mercer may like to reside in Cincinnati, Ohio someday. Just like his boy John Moxley. That's right, shout out to John Moxley. But he started out in Coburn, Virginia as a guy named Justin Blaze. Who was Justin Blaze, you may say? Well, you didn't see a whole lot of him in XPW, and the XPW channel is unfortunately down now. But that was, let's see here. This dude has went pro now, and I respect the hell out of him, and he's one hell of a man, one hell of a friend. Joshua Strong. That was his company. Oh, and another pro, now pro, was in that company as well, Joshua Rollins. XPW was also where another man got his start. I mean, if you want to get technical, he did some things for ETW, I believe. But Channing Steele was also in XPW. I learned out real quick in XPW who the hell Channing Steele was. Channing Steele, I respect you. I'll mention you a little bit later. But from XPW to PCW, that's where I really made my name. That is where I beat Channing Steele one-on-one. That is where I won a fatal four-way against Youngblood, now Joshua Rollins, Channing Steele, now MOS Channing Steele, Man of Salvation, or whatever he wants to refer to himself as. And in that match, I do believe I also defeated Channing Steele's brother, which I'm not sure what he's up to nowadays. I'd love to find out. Scott Steele. Now, that little synopsis, PCW came to an end when I suffered a knee injury and couldn't defend my PCW World title. And let's just say some things got misconstrued, and PCW had to fold, unfortunately. I loved PCW. Why do you think I'm helping bring back Reignition? Why do you think I reached out to Channing Steele and told him, you need to defend your PCW World Heavyweight Championship at least once? Now, me and him have already went to war. So I have two candidates in mind for Channing Steele to face at Reignition. Number one, Logan Price. You say you're the best? Prove it. Why don't you try to defeat the old guard? Because the old guard, in your eyes, have all the gold right now. The PCW World Heavyweight Championship is still around Channing Steele's waist. As for Valerie, we all know where she's been sleeping at night. That's right, with Big Papa Mercer here. Now, after PCW, this channel no longer exists either, and I'm not going to go into detail about what happened with them out of respect, because I do have respect for the Beast Dustin Little, and I'll get to him in just a minute, even though the Beast will not be at DeathClock. But basically, I was a two-time world champion in GSW. That wasn't even my company. That's how legit I am. Okay? I was a two-time Chaos champion as well. And you might say, well, what the hell is Chaos? I mean, that's your nickname. Well, we had a little thing called the Chaos division, which was an intergender, hardcore style division. Anything goes. Didn't quite get to 24/7 rules just yet. But, you know what? It was fun. And I helped carry that division, for what it's worth. I was also a one-time GSW independent champion. But that wasn't for very long, because go figure, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns in some situation, as I found out with the Beast Dustin Little before. I'm not even going to mention, you know what, she's not even worth mention. I'm not even going to waste my breath on her. The Beast, I respect you, But as for your family, I have no respect whatsoever, Beastie Boy. Now, let's get back to business, that I've caught you up to speed. And after GSW, of course, here I am in UCWA. Now, as for DeathClock, first of all, let me explain the DeathClock rules. Then I'll finish up this promo by going over and discussing my thoughts coming into this match and on my opponents. So first of all, the DeathClock match. You're looking at the guy who helped bring it to fruition, one of the masterminds behind the DeathClock match. For you fans of WWE, you all are probably familiar with the Elimination Chamber. Okay, think the Elimination Chamber for just a minute. Take away the big pods and the big cage. And DeathClock is similar to that. Minimum of 4 participants are required for a DeathClock match to start out. I'm going to go ahead and say it and establish it for DeathClock just in case there's only 4 or 3 other competitors other than myself vying for that UCWA World Heavyweight Championship. Every 5 minutes, a new competitor will enter. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It may turn into be a long match depending on what these guys bring to the table, but you can guarantee that Clay Mercer is going to be a resilient, hardened, toughened individual who has already been through his fair share of wars, as evidenced right here. But with that being said, 2 individuals start out. Every 5 minutes, a new competitor enters. Chaos rules, baby. Wouldn't have it any other way. If you want to grab a cinder block and crush it over somebody's head, you do it. Or attempt it on me. You want to try to spear me through the UCWA. It's been called the UCWA Arena. It's the UCWA yard. And that yard currently belongs to Clay Mercer. I don't care what Logan Price says. I don't care what Eric Tyler Mullen says. I don't care what Mikey Reedy says. Channing Steele, I have respect for you, and it's hard for me to say that, but guess what? You've been gone for a while, pal. I've took over. I've helped carry companies. I have morphed into such a talent and such a competitor. And do I sound confident in myself? Because I am. And I'm on my A game. But regardless, the last man standing will be crowned the UCWA World Heavyweight Championship after being vacated by Eric Tyler Mullins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Clay Mercer, you want 2 titles? Well, I am putting Valerie on the line. I wouldn't put it past Logan Price or Mikey Reedy to have some backup or do anything they can to win this title. So, just in case I lose Valerie, here comes the big spoiler alert for this Sunday. The Chaos King, Bulletproof Clay Mercer, will be your UCWA World Heavyweight Champion, making myself a triple crown champion in the backyard. I don't think the Beast has done that. Hunter Baker's not done that. All the respect in the world goes to Channing Steele, but he's not done that. Logan Price hasn't done that. But you know who's about to? Me. Now, and like I said, the last person standing will be the newly crowned UCWA World Heavyweight Champion. But you all should already know it's going to be me. I have been training a little bit, more so mentally than physically. But guess what? I'm still a physical tank. You're not just going to run through me. Channing Steele still got the spear in him. And I felt that at Rags to Riches. But at DeathClock, it's going to be different. I'm going to have him scouted more. But anyway, as I finish this promo, I'd like to go over each of my opponents in the DeathClock match that I know of so far. We'll start out with Mikey Reedy, the Black Sheep, formerly Madness Mikey Reedy. Son, first let me say, I'm proud of you, actually. You beat the Beast one-on-one and retained Valerie. You kept my baby from going to the beast, and I appreciate that. But now she is with me. Now, Mikey Reedy, you want to talk about gimmick infringement? Are you trying to rip off the Chaos King? Let's just address that right now. Because I believe you are. Madness. We had our hardcore feuds. Good matches. I remember you bringing out the water hose on me too, but guess what? A water hose don't scare me no more. You tried it on Logan at Rags to Riches. I don't think it worked on him either. But regardless, Clay Mercer's here to transmit the truth. And you will all face the truth. Now, Mikey, that's just about all I got to say on you, my man. I'm not taking you for granted. I know you're going to bring everything you've got and more. Let's just hope I don't see that friend of yours, El Diablo, in the match either. Now, with that being said, Logan Price. Or is it Logan Price? Is it the Deceiver? Is it Anarchy? Is it Kane Larson? Which I gotta admit, that one time me and Kane Larson went to Vegas and ended up gambling and hit up that casino and visited that strip joint high. It's good times. It's good times. I miss Kane Larson. Send him a postcard for me, Price. Now, if it is Logan Price, I got nothing to be worried about. Well, I'm not necessarily taking him for granted either. I know what he brings to the table. The Deceiver, maybe he'll throw a curveball at me. But you know what? I can weather the storm. I've weathered the storm from the Beast before. I've weathered the storm from Channing Steele before. I've weathered the storm from Eric Tyler Mullins before. And Eric Tyler Mullins single-handedly defeated Mikey Reedy and Logan Price to earn both the Valor Championship and the World Heavyweight Championships before I cashed in and brought him down to earth for a hot minute. Now, finally, I know I'm approaching about 20 minutes in this video, but, it's been worth it. Channing Steele, my old pal from PCW, my man. Well, it's really come full circle now. I'm the last champion standing right now. Valerie is mine. But guess what, Channing Steele? This is not your yard anymore. New gimmick or not. You can say I'm breaking the fourth wall. Hey, Cody Rhodes. Hey, John Moxley. Hell, hey, Jungle Boy. How you doing out in AW? You're looking at the Chaos King, Clay Mercer. And no, it's not necessarily CZW Combat Zone Wrestling, crazy-ass backyard wrestling. This is legit amateur wrestling, and you're looking at the lone champion right here, the Chaos King, Clay Mercer. Back to Channing Steele. He's legit. That's all I can say about him. He's legit. If it comes down to me and Channing Steele, I would not be surprised in the slightest. So, with that being said, I've addressed every one of my opponents. UCWA Universe, don't forget to tune in this Sunday. Check us out on all social media. Follow at Chaos King Mercer on Twitter. And until Sunday, peace.